Good morning, everyone. Thank you for making a minyan. So we are toward the end of Seif Aleph in Siman Reish Samech Aleph. And we're talking about Ben Hashmashot. So we said the 13 and a half minutes after Shkia, after sunset, things that you could do at that point. So the Shulchan Aruch tells us that if it's Letzorech Mitzvah, or Shehu Tarud V'Nechpaz Alea, or it's something that it is that you are, busy with. We'll explain in a moment. So to add to Letzorech Mitzvah, the Kaf HaChaim says that this is also Letzorech Orchim, for the necessity of guests, which is it's a mitzvah as well, so you need to get something done. So if it's something that's the Rabbanan during that time, it could be done. We're asking a goy to do it. So what's this Tarud v'nechpaz aleh? The Mishnah Berurah explains that it's anything that if you wouldn't do it, then you would be in pain on Shabbat over it. So it's not necessarily a mitzvah, but let's say, if I don't get this thing done, it's going to bother me throughout Shabbat. So you could ask a goy to do it for you during Ben Hashmashot. He does say that if it's something that's related to the weekday, he's not so in favor of it because it should be something that's for Shabbat, but it could still be okay, especially if it's a hefsed meruba or the tzorach gadol. If it's going to be a big loss for him, something maybe that has to do with business, and during these last minutes after Shkia, during Ben Hashmashot, if I don't take care of this email, I'm going to lose a lot. So you could get the goy to finish writing the email for you, whatever it is, during or the tzorach gadol, it's a big necessity of your community, whatever it is, then you could do it during that time. Especially if it's through a goy, because it's not, you're not doing an action, you're telling him, and then he's going to be doing the action. And therefore he says, for instance, he gives an example. The example is lighting a candle for a yortzeit, lighting a candle for a nachala. So we light candles for Shabbat, and there's a candle for a nachala, like, I have to light a candle for my father's nachala, my grandpa's nachala. If I don't do it, it's going to bother me. So the goy can light that candle. So I'm just adding on my own maybe, is we can maybe say from here, yesterday we brought a case that a lady didn't light her Shabbat candles. So he said, if the lights in the house were already on, the Rav Yosef says not to ask the goy, because really the point is already there. The lights in the house are already on. If the lights aren't on, and now the goya, you're asking her to turn on the lights and light Shabbat candles, so in that case, yeah, maybe maybe from here the Chafetz Chaim would argue and say, if it's something that's going to bother the woman, let's say, I can't believe I missed lighting candles, right? For Shabbat candles, it seems like according to the Mishnah Berurah, it would be enough of a reason to ask the goy to light it during Ben Hashmashot. And the last point for today is the end of Seif Aleph tells us that the Ramah says even if a person accepts Shabbat an hour or 2 hours before dark, then he already accepted Shabbat, but still light outside like we do in the summer. You could tell a non-Jew to do things for you that would be needed because it's anyways not Shabbat yet. And of course, just to explain that it's referring to Plag HaMincha, meaning that the earliest time to light candles is Plag HaMincha and not earlier than that. That brings us to the end of Seif Aleph. Tomorrow, B'Shem Hashem, Seif Bet, with the mitzvah of Tosefet Shabbat, that we're supposed to add a few minutes before Shkia, before sunset, to Shabbat. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Mincha tonight at 4:30, and tonight as well at 7 p.m. there is the ladies' event, the Sphinge demo, and a guest speaker tonight at 7 for the women. Have a good day, everyone.